Hello and welcome to Driversroom. This is the Festival of Speed and we are with Tier 2 today for round 3 coming from Autodrome Lago Maggiore GP layout. So before we head down to the grid to see how the guys got on during qualifying in Tier 2, we'll just take a quick look at the team stand-ins as they are after round 2. In the lead on 99 points we have Team Pegasus. Neon Knights close behind on 90 in second. In third we've got Honey Badger on 74 points. Team Sega in fourth on 61. Fifth is Send It on 74. 47 even. And just 1 point behind them is Wrecking Ball on 46. The JB lads are down in 7th on 41. Big Scary Goat Speed are right at the bottom in 8th on 22. So that's how the stand-ins are after round 2. We'll head on down to the grid now and we'll see how the guys line up ready for round 3. Putting his car on pole we have Canny on Racing Super Softs. A bit of a mediocre start to season 4, taking 8th in round 1 and 6th in round 2. Canny's really got a bit between his teeth today for Neon Knights. Sticking it on pole, he'll be looking for a much better result than the first 2 rounds today, starting from first. Let's see if he can convert it into the win when the lights go out. In second, we have Jules. He's got Racing Super Softs on the front, Racing Softs on the rear. Jules has had a decent enough start to the season, taking 4th in round 1, 5th in round 2. He'll be looking to make a much better, he'll be looking to have a better result today, starting from second. See if he can grab onto the coattails of Kenny and follow him round and challenge him for the win. In third we have a guy who's become very well known for his Sunday exploits. It's Jason on Racing Super Softs. He either had a non-finish or he didn't take part in round 1. I don't have a result for him for round 1, but it was 11th last time out in round 2. But starting on third today, seems to have got a handle on the Ferrari now, and we should see a better result from Jason today, who seems to excel when it comes to these Sunday series. So we'll see if he can pass the guys ahead and make a claim for that first position. In fourth we've got Nightmare Racer on Racing Super Softs. Nightmare hasn't had a great start to the season, finishing 10th in round 1. Don't have him finishing round 2. So he'll be looking for a much more improved result today. Starting from 4th, he's got every opportunity to get that, so see how he gets on during the race. In 5th we have Cudio running Racing Super Softs. He was 2nd in round 1. Don't have a result for him for round 2. Don't think he took part in that. Again, don't think that's his right livery, but we know it's him, so his team bosses will have to have a word. But after his podium, his 2nd place in round 1, starting from 5th today, he's going to be looking to get a similar result as round 1. See if he can get that when the lights go out. In 6th we have Bullet. He's on Racing Super Softs. Bullet's had a decent start this season. Had a disappointing round 1, finishing 7th, but grabbed a podium, finishing 3rd in round 2. Starting from 6th today, a little bit of work to do, but he'll be definitely looking to grab another podium for Team Sega. We'll see how far forward he can get during the race. In 7th we've got Jammy on Racing Super Softs. Jammy's had a decent start this season, finishing 5th and 7th in round 1 and round 2. So starting from 7th today, he'll be looking just to get a decent start to stay out of trouble and then make his way through the field as the race progresses. We'll see how he gets on when the lights go out. In 8th we've got myself, Craig P. Racing Super Softs on the front, Racing Softs on the rear. A pretty frustrating start to the season, which seems to be the norm with my talks about myself, the word frustration. A non-finish in round 1. I don't even think I made it past the first or second lap, maybe first lap. Finished 10th last time out. Hopefully today, starting from 8th, we can get a little bit of a better result. Maybe grab a point or two. We'll see how we get on during the race. In 9th, we've got JC running racing super softs. I don't have a result from him for round 1, have him down as a non-finish, and a 9th in round 2. So not a great start for JC for his standards. So we'll see how he gets on today, starting from 9th. Maybe not quite got the Ferrari where he wants it, but a driver definitely capable of a lot more. So we'll see how he gets on. And in 10th, we have Muller on racing super softs. A great start to the season for Muller so far, coming down from tier 1 last season into tier 2. He took the win in round 1 and 4th in round 2. Starting down in 10th today, so maybe he didn't have a clean lap during qualifying, or he just doesn't really like this track. Don't really know what's happened to Muller here, but we'll see how he gets on. Starting from 10th, definitely got the potential to battle his way through the field, so we'll keep an eye on him during the race. And in 11th, the third driver for Team Pegasus in tier 2, we have Boss on racing super softs. Decent start the season for Boss, 6th in round 1 and 8th in round 2. But starting down in 11th today on this pretty much nearly full packed grid. A lot of work to be done for Boss today, but he's very good on his tyres, and these cars do like to chew them, so we'll see if his pit strategy can help him through the race. In 12th, we have the first appearance of the season for AGT Grimlock. He's running racing super softs. So we don't have any details on Grim for the start of the season, as this is his maiden race. So we'll see how he gets on today. Obviously, maybe not got the car tuned into his liking, starting down in 12th. But we'll see how he gets on as the race unfolds today. In 13th, we've got Ricky starting on racing softs. He had 9th in round 1 and DNF, I think, in round 2. So starting in 13th today, Ricky will be looking to make some moves forward. We'll see how he gets on during the race. Hopefully he can avoid any incidents. They will seem to find him one way or another. Not normally his fault, he just seems to be right where the accidents happen. So hopefully he can avoid that today and make his way up the grid. In 14th, we've got a scary guy. He's running racing softs. He's started with 12th in round 1 and a DNF, or a non-taking part, in round 2. So starting from 14th today, we'll see if Scary Guy can make any moves up the field. And last but no means least, we have Monroe in 15th. He's running racing softs. 11th in round 1 and 12th in round 2. Monroe still on his journey on improving his driving, which is happening every race. It's great to see, and his never give up attitude as well. We'll see how he gets on during the race. He always makes up some positions, so keep an eye out for Monroe when the lights go out. So that's your grid for round 3 of tier 2. Pretty packed grid today, 15 cars, so we'll see how they get on when the lights go out and head on down to turn 1 for the first time when they hit the track in anger. So you join me at the front of the grid, ready for round 3 to get underway when the lights go out and Kenny gets the guys underway. As the revs build and the lights are out and they're away, Kenny gets a decent start, but also Jules is getting a fantastic start on the outside as they run down towards turn 1. Jules can stay alongside, he will have the inside. Kenny just... Kenny brakes so heavy into turn 1 there, he's getting mugged at left, right and centre. Oh, Nightmare goes for a spin. That was a pretty chaotic first corner. That's put Jules into the lead. Jason has sprung up into second. Cudio now in third. Jammy is up to 4th. Great start from Jammy from 7th. Kenny is now down to 5th. He's just getting past actually Jammy into 4th into the hairpin. A Bullet now in 6th. Myself up into 7th, being challenged by JC up the inside. His teammate Grim is going to have a look now. Grim's up the inside into 8th, so myself back down to 9th. Nightmare down into 10th. I think he had another incident there into turn 3. Let's just see myself run wide there. The latest Nightmare passed into ninth, and now got Ricky all over the back of me as we run down towards the hairpin. Monroe up to 12th, Scary Guy in 13th, got Muller down in 14th, Boss all the way down in 15th. Did the two Pegasus guys take each other out? We'll take a look back and see. So we join them now on the run down to the hairpin. Boss is in 10th, he just runs wide and drops it. Muller looks like he's already had an incident, he's already in 15th, so they didn't take each other out, two separate incidents. Oh, and then the wonderful physics of Gran Turismo just on Ghost Boss as Muller reaches him. So they did take each other out eventually. A mistake there from the two Pegasus guys, one of them should have made room for the other. So we're back with our leader as he slides it through this last technical section. Jules trying to break away from Jason in second. Cudio really trying to put the pressure on in third. Canny trying to fight back after that disastrous turn one. With Jammy D close behind him. Bullet not letting him get away either. JC in 7th. Grim having a fantastic run starting down in 12th. Now up to 8th. With Nightmare crawling all over the back of him. Myself down in 10th. Nightmare just having a look into turn 1. Just thinks better of it and falls in behind Grim. These two start battling. It will be helping myself catch up behind in 10th. Ricky following in 11th. So two wrecking ball cars running line astern. Scary Guy in 12th trying to put pressure on Ricky. Monroe in 13th just runs a little bit deep. That allows Muller back through. Boss trying to catch up in 15th. And now we got Jason in the lead. Jason is now up into first. Jules has dropped to second. He's maybe had an incident and run a little bit wide, but Cudio is right on his tail, and Canny's caught right up behind as well. So now we got 3 challenging for second place. As we run down towards the hairpin, Cudio's going to look to the inside. Will he make the move to stick during this turn? As you see, Canny looking to the outside of Cudio. Cudio makes a massive dive and in and loses the back end. Oh, and he's dropped it. Cudio has dropped it, and you just see all the cars streaming past him as he waits, excuse me, to find a gap to get that car turned round. So that's Cudio dropped all the way down to 11th. That is an absolute nightmare for Cudio there. So now we got Canny up into second. He's chasing Jason. Jason just getting out on the grass, and Canny dives up the inside to take back his first position. So as we enter lap 3, we are now on our 3rd lead change of the race. Fourth lead change, I think, actually. Just like the Tier 1 race, this Tier 2 race is full of action. I said it during that race, I'll say it during this one. A lot of people said they didn't like these cars, but geez, they give us some great racing. As Jamie looks to the inside of Jules heading down towards the hairpin, but Jules just outbreaks him, but now he gets a slide on it. Jamie taps him in the rear. They both keep going. That's going to allow a Bullet to catch up behind. Maybe Jules is intentionally trying to back Jamie up into Bullet. Does not work there as Jamie gets the switch back through, and Jamie is now up to second. Beautiful cutback move on Jules through that fast X section. A Bullet is now looking past his teammate down into the hairpin. Can Jules lose 2 places in 2 corners? No, he holds Bullet off for now. JC is also looking in the background. He's going to be catching up. Nightmare in 6th. Jason's dropped all the way down to 7th. Got myself having a moment out of the hairpin. Excuse me. But it looks of the way the car was when I recovered it, there was probably an incident a little bit like Mangino's from the Tier 1 race, just losing the car and trying to put the power down out of the hairpin. Ricky is in 9th, Grimm's dropped all the way back to 10th. Coolio still trying to recover in 11th. Scary Guy in 12th. Monroe 13th. Boss is now caught back up in 14th. We've lost somebody. We've lost Muller. Muller has gone from the race. Not quite sure what happened there. We'll see if we can have a quick look back. We join Muller now as he heads down onto the start-finish straight. Just runs a little bit wide there, kissing the dirt, but all's good so far. And the brakes into turn 1. Oh, he's just launched that back end in way too quick. Car swapping ends as he launched it into turn 1. There's Muller down to 14th and he's had enough. Just that's what happened to Muller. We rejoin Canny now as he comes to finish lap 3. Jamie in 2nd from Jules. Been followed closely by his teammate Bullet. JC closing right up now in 5th. So is Nightmare in 6th. Jason in 7th. Myself a bit back in 8th. Got Ricky in 9th, just running a little bit wide. Grim trying to close up now in 10th. Cudio facing the wrong way again. Some of these drivers really struggling with the Ferraris today. Cudio again doing the sensible thing, letting the drivers pass before he re-entered the track. Beautiful decision there from Cudio. A lot of people can learn from that. You've made the mistake, don't ruin somebody else's race. Boss is fighting back in 11th, trying to close up on Scary Guy. The two North Americans in the race. This is the group we really want to be watching. This little group of Bullet now is actually up past Jules. They got Bullet, Jules and JC really running close. Nightmare sniffing round behind, but see JC just getting a little bit loose there on the exit of the corner. All this fighting will be really helping Jamie to disappear in the distance. Do you see anyone? I think JC just dived in the pits there. Yeah, JC's diving in after 8 minutes. Where is he going to feed out? There's Nightmare. Jason now up 6th. JC comes out in 7th, just ahead of myself as I run wide into turn 1. Get the car gathered back up. We have a yellow flag. Who was that? Who was spinning? Nightmare again. Oh, Nightmare is, pardon the pun, having a nightmare. Just no damage, but look at those rear tires. Is any wonder that car's turned into a drift car? Really struggling now. Just no grip, especially on that left rear. Just see Ed spinning up as he's trying to get away. He's going to be caught by Boss. That man really needs to get into the pits sooner rather than later. Bullet now has pulled away from Jules. Jason under severe pressure from JC. JC looks up the inside, but he's going to have the outside line for the following corner. Little bit of touching. Oh, and Jason takes a trip into the barrier. Let's take a look back at that there and just see what happened. From board with JC. JC gets a little bit out of shape. And Jason just tries to carry too much speed on the tight defensive line and puts it into the wall. Unlucky there for Jason. Moves JC up into 5th. Canny now pits from the lead. Comes back out in the lead. Jules is headed into the pits. So is Jason and myself. Ricky continues on. As you see both Jason and myself exiting the pits. It just catches Ricky out as we both come out there. Unlucky for Ricky, he just gets caught out by the two of us leaving the pits and outbreaks himself. Scary Guy and Boss also headed in. So Canny going very well at the moment. They're managing to go into the pits and back out and maintain his lead after 10 minutes of the race so far. Jamie having a fantastic run as well. Started 7th. Been running in 2nd from about lap 3, so it's going well. Got quite a gap back to Bullet. He's now broke away from the ones behind who have pitted. So both Jamie and Bullet need to pit. So JC is in a great position here to jump onto a podium position spot. After his 9th in the last round, this will be a great bounce back for JC. Jules is in 5th. Jason in 6th, being followed very closely by myself. Ricky in 8th. You see Jamie going into the pits. Jason just getting a poor run through the S's there before he comes down the final corner. Just allowed myself to catch right up to the back of him. Bullet is also in the pits now. Well, made a bad choice through that final corner, so allowed Jason just to pull away a little bit again. Jason runs wide through turn 1. Allowing me to get up alongside, but putting me on the outside for turn 2. He knew he'd run wide in, but out of the great defensive line for the 2nd corner. Great driving from Jason there. He just runs wide out of the turn again. Jamie is being caught by JC. JC now up into 3rd now after the pit stops. Jules in a bit of a land by himself now. Jason's actually managed to pull away ever so slightly from myself now. Ricky having a great run in 8th as well. We got Boss and Curio battling it out for 9th currently. Boss on the much fresher rubber than Curio. Boss had a horror show of an opening lap. Just got caught up in a few incidents, unfortunately. And then that dreadful unghosting, allowing his teammate to absolutely smash into the side of him. But hey, Perfect game. Oh, Cudio just getting it all wrong in the braking area there. Just uses the wall to keep the car straightened up. You can see Ricky just running out of road. They still hasn't pitted. He's trying to push it to the 15-minute mark. Everybody else has been in. Tires are worn and going to be dirty now as, oh, scary guy just clatters into the side of him. These two have mixed it up before with each other. Monroe on, oh, some racing hard. It's never going to go well being on racing hards, unfortunately. Canny. I haven't looked at him much in the past few laps because he's literally checked out at the front. 1 minute 53.6 fastest lap belonging to him. And he's got an 11.1 second gap now. This looks like victory written all over it. Even though we're only halfway through, that's hell of a gap, and these boys are pretty close behind, so they're all battling and squabbling. So Jason heads into the pits again. Got Jamie in second, Bullet in third, JC in fourth now. Bullet's got past JC. Jules on his own in fifth. Myself now in sixth. Jason coming out the pits in seventh. And then a big gap back to Boss and Cudio. Cudio dives into the pits. Scary guy is back ahead of Ricky in 10th. Obviously Ricky takes another trip to the barriers. Look at those tyres, please Ricky, get into the pits. Get them changed. He's going for the one stop, but I think today the one stop is rather treacherous. So everyone's pretty much spreading out now. So we've got yellow flags ahead. What's that for? One of the back markers, I think. Maybe Monroe. Yep, looks like Monroe just having a little bit of an off. He's being lapped by the guys. Although, to be fair, he might not be having an off. Monroe does get right out of people's way most of the time. Sometimes a little bit of detriment to himself, takes it too far, but we do appreciate it. He races with a lot of respect, Monroe, and a lot of grit and determination, which is very much appreciated and admired in the driver's room. And got myself in sixth now. Jason is on fresh rubber and is going to be putting me under a lot of pressure very soon. Boss is going in for a fresh set of rubber. It's going to allow Cudio up past, as Cudio is already on fresh rubber after his stop. Got Bullet breaking away in fifth. JC in third, sorry. JC now coming under a lot of pressure from Jules in fifth. Jules on worn supers, Jason's on, JC is on fresh softs. I can't talk today, everybody's name's wrong. Can't read numbers. Bear with me folks, bear with me. So as we're slowly approaching the final 10 minutes of this race of round 3 of the Drivers Room Festival of Speed, we'll take a quick run through the field and how they're stacking up currently. We got Canny running away with it in first. This is just coming up to lap somebody. Must have been not sure who, and he's going to head into the pits. He's definitely got a pit stop over Jammy, who is in second. You got Bullet in third, JC in fourth, Jules is in fifth, myself in sixth. Having a very good run today. Jason in seventh, Coolio 8th, Boss is in 9th, Scary Guy in 10th, Ricky has parked it up on side the road in 11th, Monroe is in 12th, soon to be 11th once he passes Ricky on the side of the track. So quite a bit of field spread now, a lot of the action has died down. So settled down into their positions after the pit stops. This is going to be the interesting one between myself and Jason. It's a bit of a gap, but I do have to go in and get new boots. Fuel should not be an issue in this race, but it's definitely going to be at least one more stop for myself for tyres. Jason shouldn't have to, but I will have better tyres than him come towards the end of the race. So there's a lot of strategies still to play out here. As Coolio is catching Monroe. But this man, Kenny, he's really run away with it today. Fantastic race from him. A little bit of a weird first corner. Looked like he maybe panicked a little bit. Not that you'll like me saying that. I see Bullet pitting it from third. He seemed to brake very early and very hard, and everybody else sort of swarmed around him, but cleared the head and got back out on the track. Jules has jumped in the pits as well. And a fantastic drive back up into first, and myself into the pits. So let's jump back and see where Jason is going to be. Jason's coming down the start finish right now. I think you just heard my car coming out of the pits. Yep. So out just behind Jason, but I will have tyre advantage over him. You see, he's already got wear starting on all 4 tyres, so see how that pans out. And Jules is a little bit closer than where he was before that pit stop. JC and Bullet now going to be battling for third if JC can close up a little bit more. Another guy having a great run today is Jammy. Say starting 7th and currently running in 2nd. Jammy, when he turns it on, is a very good driver and very quick. So we'll see if he can keep this running for the rest of the race. We have just over 7 minutes to go. Jason just pulling away a little bit from myself now. And JC is creeping ever closer to the back of Bullets. Jammy going into the pits. Oh no, this could be costly for Jammy and his podium position. As you see him coming out of the pits, he's alongside Bullet as they go through turn 1. He's going to have the outside for turn 2. Can Jammy hang it round? Oh, he tries to switch back, but Bullet was there. They clash doors. Jammy still has the inside. Oh, that was so close. Jammy still had the inside. Bullet just come across the front and claimed the place. It was so close to a disaster for Bullet there. Front end of Jammy's car nearly clipping the back of Bullets. Would have sent him in a 360 at that point. So Jamie down into third. JC still stalking. He's still there, waiting for a mistake. Jules still in a land of his own in fifth. Jason still in sixth, just running a little bit wide there. Maybe starting to struggle now on them tyres. As you can see, I'm slowly reeling him in. Just over 5 minutes to go. As we both run wide, but Jason runs really wide and nearly collects the side of me as he's just recovering. So that's myself now back up into sixth. That should, barring any mistakes, be me for the race, hopefully. Jamie still holding off JC just about. We'll jump on board with JC as he's trying to close up on the guys ahead. Oh, he just takes too much curve, and oh no! JC takes too much curve, gets the good wheels on the grass, and round he goes, and there goes Jules up through. Jason's now dived into the pits, so he's going to have some fresh rubber for the end of the race. So unlucky for JC there. Was running well, now he's down into fifth. It's running wide as well, out of fourth corner, sorry. I'm just going to give myself a little bit of hope of catching and claiming fifth. Although sixth is good enough. Jason a little bit back now, but he has fresh rubber. Now we've got Bullet and Jamie still battling with each other. The only two that's really close at the moment. We've seen an arrow ahead of these on the map having massive moments. Thought it might have been Canny, but I actually think they are catching a back marker. Yeah, Canny's way up the road. Got Jules now in fourth. JC in fifth. Slowly got myself closing towards the back of him. Jason's dropped away off the back now. He's had a poor out lap. I see myself flirting with taking too much of the curb there. Car bouncing over him. Could be that I can see JC ahead and I'm now pushing as hard as I can to put pressure on him because it's starting to get a little bit untidy. Jamie still on the tail of Bullet. Just can't seem to get past him. Bullet is running a little bit less fuel than Jamie. Jamie must have took a splash at the pit stops. So we're into the final minute of the race. Canny is on to his last lap. These guys are going to be coming around to cross the line and start their final lap. So will Jules. Got JC, and I'm right on the back of him now. Will we make it round for one more lap? We will. All or nothing now. Really putting JC under pressure, trying to get it past him. I'm on the softer compound with less wear. Pretty much even on fuel. You can just see I've got way more grip than JC at the moment. Great driving from the pair of us. No contact as of yet. And nearly catches me out of the braking. Oh, and he's run wide out of turn 4. That's allowed me up the inside. Now he's going to dive to the inside into the hairpin, but he's too far back. Can I keep it under control? Just keep it under control. JC run a little bit wide through the hairpin again, and that allows me up into 5th. We'll jump forward as Canny is coming round towards the end of his lap. Bullet now is streaking ahead of Jammy. Pulled away a bit. Covered him off. There's enough of a safety gap now to see him good for the end of the race. As we have Canny coming down towards the final corner. Fantastic race from Canny. Like I said earlier on there, bit of a horrendous start, but kept the head, put the head down, and just got on with the job and claims his first victory of season 4. Well done, Canny. Only the fact you drive for Neon Knights, I'm not overly ecstatic for you. Bullet coming home in a very good second. A good battle with Jammy there. Jammy in 3rd with a fantastic drive starting from 7th. Jules coming home in 4th. Had a lot of battles today. Well done to him. Myself coming home in my season best 5th place. Great battle with this man JC in 6th. For that final lap, and a great battle with this guy through most of the race. Jason coming home in 7th. Cudio is going to come home in 8th. Boss is finished 9th. Scary Guy in 10th. Monroe is going to come home in 11th. So that's it for round 3 of Tier 2 of the DRFS. Join us next time for round 4 with some more fantastic action from the DRFS Ferrari Challenge. Thank you all, and goodbye.